Can I try that? I like this thing.
Man, I'm nervous. This is the first preview or first impressions we've had here on the channel after almost 4 years of doing YouTube, so I'm excited, but I also want to make sure I bring you enough value that you don't feel like I wasted your time. So first and foremost, all footage that you're seeing here today is my footage that was recorded for me by the Ubisoft ref during my session. Also, I played on PC through Ubisoft Connect through Discord via the cloud, and I was not able to use a controller because during this build, you was only able to use an Xbox controller or keyboard and mouse. I've only played about 4 games in my entire gaming life on keyboard and mouse, and I chose keyboard and mouse. So again, I was playing via the cloud through Discord on keyboard and mouse. So you know what I'm about to tell you is from a real place. Now, disclaimer, I am a Ubisoft creator. They've offered to send me the events, they've sent me games for free, etc., etc. But I want to let you know that up front because I know some people get weird about that, but trust me, I don't hold my tongue, especially if you've been watching me for a while. You know I keep it a stack no matter whether you like it or you don't. Now, they did have a in-person session in Los Angeles that I wasn't able to attend. So shortly after that, I got an email that they was going to be doing these remote sessions. And for whatever reason, I didn't click send. I didn't reply back in time. I lost the spot. I re-emailed the Ubisoft rep and basically like pleaded with her, hey, I really want to play this game. So if you have any slots open, please let me know. And fortunately, one came open and I was able to get in because she went out of her way to allow me to play this game. Now, I said all that to say that the day of me playing this game was a terrible day. I had a lot of personal stuff going on. I had a headache. My back was hurting because I climbed roofs for a living. My newborn was going crazy. Everything, it was just one of those days when you're having a bad day. That my depression was creeping up. I was already feeling down on myself with the YouTube and the personal life and the business. Everything was just in the shitter, right? So that's the plate I want to set. Ubisoft Connect, cloud, keyboard and mouse, bad day, pain, sitting in a chair. And this is a session that was 3 hours long. Games that I love with all of my heart. God of War, Elden Ring, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. These are games that I've played a million times, and I don't sit there and play those games for 3 hours straight. So my first thought was, oh my God, bro, if this game is trash and I gotta sit here and commit to 3 hours, it's gonna be brutal. I'm gonna have to just tell them no, and the person that pulled all the strings for me to help me play this, to get me in on this game early, is gonna be like, you know what, this guy. So all this was going through my head like, man, please. But something beautiful happened. The whole reason we play video games is to get lost and to make ourselves feel better and to be immersed in the world. And whenever you're down, make you feel better. And the best compliment I can give this game is, with all that I just told you, after playing this game, I felt better. My mood was better. I felt like it helped me. It helped me through one of my more depressed days. And that's the biggest compliment I can give a game, is the way it made me feel. In the words of Jake Baldino, this is a video game as video game. Nothing more, nothing less. I am a casual Star Wars fan. I became a Star Wars fan from playing Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. And I went and watched Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then I went caught up on the older Star Wars films and I became a Star Wars fan. I'm not a super Star Wars stan like I am with my Marvel content or with my WWE wrestling, but I'm a casual fan. I love the universe and the vibes, bro. I don't know what to tell you. The vibes, man. It's just a simple, just a video game, and for better or for worse, just doesn't feel like a typical Ubisoft game. And I've played up most of the Assassin's Creed games, all the Far Cry's, so you know I've been in the Ubisoft loop for a long time, just like a lot of you. And if I didn't know Ubisoft was made this game, you know, Supermassive, but I would. It don't seem like. I mean, it blew my. Again, I was playing via the cloud, via Discord on keyboard and mouse, bro. Just let that sink in. And I had the time of my life. I had an Ubisoft rep that was in the Discord call with me that was watching my gameplay to make sure I didn't do nothing crazy, you know. But he was just there. He was on mute. I was on mute. And of course, you know me, I'm a, I'm a silly guy. So I was basically like streaming for like one viewer, you know what I'm saying? Like we was having moments where I'll do something silly, I'll do something stupid, or I get stuck somewhere. I was like, hey man, how do I get here? And I go, oh, told him I was going to mute my mic because I didn't want him to hear me cursing and shit. And he said, trust me, it's okay. We all do it. So he was so cool, bro. But yeah, that's the biggest compliment I can give it, that it made me feel good on one of my worst days, bro. And that's all you can ever ask for games these days. Now, again, I was playing on the PC. I don't know what the performance is going to be like on console, but if it's any indication what I saw on a PC via cloud, I think we're in for a very, very good performing game. I've only encountered maybe 2 or 3 bugs in my 3-hour sessions, and 2 of those was on the speeder. And that's because I was on mouse and keyboard, as you can see here, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was trying to figure out the WASD, how to turn left and right, and I kind of went too far and I got stuck in the spot. But other than that, it ran fantastic. Can't wait to see how I feel on the PlayStation 5 with the DualShock controller, because again, on the mouse and keyboard, you don't get to feel any of that. But I can just feel the feedback that's going to be given on whenever you're shooting those blasters, or whenever you're driving it, or whenever you're doing, like, you know, your platforming. So I want to get to all day. I'm going to have timestamps down below to kind of give you a good visual, a good sense of what you have to expect from the gameplay, from the story, which I can't really get into too much detail of that, the world, the shooting, the combat, the stuff that matters the most. I can't show you like the main menu and the outfits and stuff like that, but I will give you a brief overview. And if you have any questions whatsoever that I can answer, please comment them down below. I'll answer everything as honestly as I can from my 3-hour experience and let you know from there. So the world, the setting, the environment, the set pieces, so on and so forth. I thought everything looked really, really, really good. Of course, the music, because you got the Star Wars vibes and the music. I mean, that was the main thing that made me feel good, was just going out into the open world, hearing that Star Wars score kick in, and just feeling that like, okay, I'm a scoundrel. You know, I'm on the run right now. Someone has chased me. I just stole something. You get that Ocean's 11, you know, bank robbery heist, but in the Star Wars universe type, you know, in like Star Wars, whenever they execute Order 66 and you hear the sirens go off, the and that rush of adrenaline you get, that rush of excitement, like the nervousness, that's exactly how I felt whenever you're on the run, and you know, and you're trying to, you know, you're getting on the bounty system. Are they looking for you? Are they not looking for you? Are you wanting over here? How's your relationship with this gang or with this group? All that was spectacular. I was definitely feeling the vibe. And this was just like whenever I was out in the open, like the desert area. I don't know the exact name, but when I got to the main area, the first 3 hours I was in Tashara, and the last hour I was actually in Kajimi. That's like the snow area. So I guess technically I played 4 hours. I mean, hell, I didn't even know it went by so fast. Anyhow, when you got to that Tashara area, in the main area, when you got through, like it's like I don't know if you ever been to Vegas. If you played Cyberpunk, and you, in particular, Phantom Liberty, how like ruined and how like rustic, got that gambling energy. To me, that's what it feels like. It felt like I was kind of like in the world from Phantom Liberty. It felt awesome, bro. Yeah, if you've been watching me for a while, you know on my Let's Plays, I love lively NPCs who has different dialogues, who's interesting, and the entire world feels alive, bro. It's all, you can hear random dialogue going on down the way. The audio sound was great, by the way. The sound cues, the footsteps, the verbiage, the sound effects, all that was fantastic, bro. And I said, bro, sorry, I'm talking. I've been watching too much of the boys and watching the deep, bro. Anyway, everyone is so many different stories and dialogues going on. You can do this side mission. And for me, who's a simpleton, I need the big yellow icon on the map that says, hey, this is the main story. And they definitely have that. And you have the side story that you can do that can say, hey, you can do this. But some things you also need money as well, too. So if you don't have certain credits and you meet an NPC, say, hey, you can do this, but I need you to give me this. Like, it's just like a heist world, bro. It's just like everything is revolved around credits and your money. And some you can lose, some you can get. Towards the end of my play session, I ran into this NPC, and I guess he had gambled all his money on Sabacc. I was gonna say Chocobo, Final Fantasy, in like the horse racing or whatever. So he was down on his luck. If you've ever gambled before, and I used to gamble a lot, the guy just sitting there right in front of the casino with his head down. It's like this alien guy, and he goes, man, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I got it in me. I just need a few more credits, bro. He's out of there, bro. He need to go call one of those gambling numbers. And I unmuted my mic and I asked him, my rep, I said, what do you think I should do? You think I should give him to him or let him suffer? He was like, hey, you know, it's going to end one way.
I just need some credits. We'll split the winnings. Honest.
Sorry, but I already know how that would end.
You need to believe in me.
Here, I know what it's like to be down on your luck.
Thanks. Come back later. You won't regret it.
I said, all right, say less. So I gave him the money. So he said, okay, come back here later. I'm going to double your money for you. Of course, I ran out of time, so I didn't get back there to see if he actually did it. But just stuff like that for me, when it comes to NPCs, it has nothing to do with the main story, which I was in the Tashara area for like an hour and a half, and I didn't even touch the main story. I was talking to NPCs. I was gambling. Y'all understand, dog. I don't like card games. I hate card games. That's why when I played Final Fantasy and they forced me to play this card game, or I see people talking about these I hate card games. The last card game I played in real life was Goldfish with my mama. That's when I was like a teenager. So they have this game called Sabacc where you bet real life money, not real life, but like in-game currency, like your actual credits. And mind you, you need these credits for everything. You need these credits to upgrade your speeders. You need these credits to upgrade your outfit and your armor. Like you doing these heists and getting money on these missions are everything. So if you lose money and you go to a certain mission, like I just said about the side characters, you feel that. Like you like, oh no, you can't do this, but you need to get some money. This game hooked me in. I lost all of my credits. I was at this table like I was in Vegas at casino, bro. And the game is really simple. Again, I don't like card games. It is a very simple game, but the animations and like the intensity and like you can send Nyx, I got a whole nother section of the video I'm about to talk about Nyx because the most important character in the game is Nyx, but we'll talk about that in a second. But you can send Nyx to kind of go cheat for you and kind of look, but if you get caught and the other player gets suspicious, they kind of got their eye on you. Now, if you get caught again, they ban you from the table, period. It's intense, bro. And when I finally won my first Sabacc game, like me and the rep was like, yes, like we was so invested, bro, because you got to trade. I'm going to do a terrible job. Someone else, I'm sure, that's going to preview this game that's like a super card person can explain to you. But just know, I don't like card games. I hate card games. And I played Sabacc for probably 30 to 45 minutes of like my 3.5 hour session. And I made myself move on to other stuff. But there's so much shit to do in this game, bro. Then they have arcade games. Again, I told y'all, I was in this area and I didn't touch the main mission. I was talking to NPCs. They have arcade machines. You know, you're in the arcade right now, baby. Shameless plug. And they have, I can't even describe the games. You can see it on the screen here. But I'm playing arcade games. I'm trying to beat this person's score. Then they got other ones. And again, I was playing on mouse and keyboard. I can imagine playing this on like the controller. You're going to have the vibrate. It's going to be spectacular. Then they have another game. It's like you gambling on horse racing. And the rep told me there's nobody that's previewed these sessions in these games that have won, that actually won. As soon as he said that, I was obsessed. As soon as, like, you understand, as soon as I got some credits and I went back and I finally went to the main mission, the story is great, by the way. They kind of gave us in bits and pieces. And honestly, I was trying not to pay attention that much because I know I'm going to do a playthrough on the channel and I kind of want to keep it fresh as I can. But it was just, it seems like it has like the mafia vibes. Like, all right, we need this. You need to go get this, and you're gonna piss off this group. But who you with? You with us or you with them? You gotta make a decision, and you have the multiple choice. I can talk about a test, but you have the choice of making like who you want to side with, whose bad side you want to get in. Because if you get, as soon as you finish the mission, you see you got those credits, you're gonna go, okay, what do I need to use these credits for? Do I want to go upgrade my gear? Do I want to go upgrade my weapons? Do I want to give Nyx? What I need to do? My first instinct was, we going back to the horse racing. Now, getting over to Nyx. So I want to say they almost kind of lied to you because yes, Kay is the main character, but this is damn near a co-op game, bro, because everything you do, Nyx is your right-hand man. I'm not sure if Nyx is a girl or a guy. Either way, Nyx is your right-hand partner. Everything you do, from sending Nyx to hit the buttons, from sending Nyx to distract to distract some of the stormtroopers, to sending Nyx to pickpocket or to steal for you, to sending Nyx to go get, everything you do is Nyx. And within the first 15 minutes of me playing this game, I knew, okay, I'll die for Nyx, bro. Like, and I don't even have a pet. I had a pet when I was a kid, that was it. But the connection you feel immediately, as soon as you compare, because you compare her immediately, you go, okay, this is the one. And it is just, it's awesome. But this is literally like a co-op game. And I told the rep in this, after like playing 20 minutes and see me and her connecting, I said, man, I know you can't tell me this, but I'm gonna lose my mind if they kill Nyx in this game or they do something crazy. I was like, because I know at some point they're gonna take her away from me and I'm gonna have to go get her back, because everything you do in this game, you need Nyx. Now it's either good or bad, depends on your play style. I mean, you can do a lot. No, you can't. I mean, literally, like you go in the door and you trying to sneak in somewhere. There's nowhere for you to go unless you use that D-pad or the keyboard, depends on what you plan on, to send Nyx to go distract them or to go knock something over or to go dance or go play dead. It's awesome. And once you get in that loop, you get used to it. It's just like second nature, bro. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that story, because I know they're going to do something. And the missions, and you should be able to see it here on the screen if I did my job properly. Some missions, what I was doing like stealth, and I had to sneak, and like, you know, you send Nyx to go distract him and like play around and stuff like that. And the guard decides to pull out, you know, the blaster and start shooting at her. Oh, I lost it. I failed the mission. No, we ain't having that. He's like, oh, get away, you stupid pest. And pop, pop, pop. I said, oh, hell.
Come on now.
You're gonna get attached quick, cause just like in Jedi Survivor, you get attached to you get attached to BD1. In other games, they give you a companion, and you will be attached. That will be your. I can't wait till they making merch or they make like a fluffy, cause I'm getting one to put right behind me. And that's how fast I fell in love with Nyx, and that shows a testament to the game, a testament to the story, a testament to how they integrated the gameplay with making it seem. It reminded me almost like Army of Two, bro, from like Xbox. But this the only way I can give you a reference. But it is awesome, man, and I can't see where the story goes with that, because I know it's going to be pull out the heartstrings for sure. Jumping over to the combat. The combat felt good. Felt like a video game, man. There's nothing. I mean, you shooting a blaster. You know, you do some stealth. In particular, if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, I think you're really going to enjoy this game maybe more than others, just because there's a lot of sneaking around. There's a lot of stealth things you have to do, and I don't think I would have appreciated much more, because I'm not a big stealth player. I'm going in guns blazing, throw the flash grenade, rainbow. That's me. That's how I play games. That's how I play most games. So me recently playing the Phantom Pain really made me appreciate the stealth, in particular in Ground Zeroes. So I was able to appreciate it more. So if you're a Metal Gear player or you like stealth, I think in particular you're going to really enjoy this, because some areas you literally have to be stealth, especially if you have a bad reputation with a certain group and they say, hey, we need you to go over to Far Cry section, but the Far Cry people don't like you, so you got to sneak in, versus, hey, go over to the crew section over there, but you got a good relationship with them. They'll let you walk right in the door. They go, oh yeah, you good, because every area has like guards and stuff standing, and they either say, no, you can't come in here, no, or they go, oh, hey, what's going on, okay? Yeah, she do good work for us. Come on in. So it makes your life a whole lot easier if you have a good standing, versus you got to go through vents and this and that. And kind of good enough to combat going over to the platforming. The platforming is okay, but just because I've played many other games like Uncharted and again Fallen Order, just many other games, Tomb Raider, that have the platforming down so good, you know, with the jumping and the get and the swinging. Like, it's cool, but it's not the best I ever played. It's definitely not the game's strong point, but again, it feels much better than what I thought it was going to feel. Another thing is, few negatives, but one is I'm a yellow paint guy. So I know they had the big discourse online about, hey, too much yellow paint. Now this game don't have enough yellow paint, because it was a certain area that I was trying to go in, and after like 20 minutes, I unmuted. I say, hey man, where am I supposed to go? Then I finally look, and I said, wait, can I jump? And I just out of nowhere, I mashed the space bar or something, and I jumped, and I started climbing like on the cage. The rep literally said the same thing happened to me. I had no idea. You can climb. So hopefully in the release version, you know, they kind of just tell us like, hey, or just put some yellow paint and it's like, hey, jump here, because I had no idea. And that wasn't the only time that happened. It was a few times stuff like that happened where you had to jump, and it was like no indication that this area you can jump on or you can climb on. So I just like, at least for me, like a more visual, like, hey, go here like Resident Evil 4 when they just plaster yellow paint. I like that, me personally. Again, this is just a video game. This is a true video game. So why not just video game it all the way? For the shooting with the blasters, like I said, you know, you have different weapons here. You're just shooting. I mean, it's nothing crazy. The shooting, you know, the ducking, the dodging. It was some gameplay going around. People say, oh, the gameplay doesn't look. It felt good to me. And again, I was on cloud on keyboard, bro, and I had a good time. I mean, there was portion just because I was in the Star Wars universe. I saw the stormtroopers. I got the music going. I feel like, man, I wish I could just whip out his lightsaber. And I was like, wait, no, that's not the game you're playing. If you want to go do that, go download, you know, Jedi Survivor and get your lightsaber on. Right now, you're using the blaster. So, and again, I only had access to 2 weapons, 2, 3, yeah, really 2 to 3 weapons, because like whenever you would kill someone, then you can get their weapons. So there's a few automatic weapons that I picked up that I was able to find, you know, that was really powerful. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. You know, it was real good. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, nothing to hang a hat on, but just the overall package of the vibe and the music and the gameplay, I thought it was really, really, really fun. Now, getting to some of the negatives. I know a lot of people are going to be asking about the negatives. I only have a few negatives. Well, for one, they have a lock system, like a lock puzzle. They have some puzzles in the game. Well, a lot of them are. They have one lock system. This is not even negative. That is one of the best locks. One of the best, coolest lock systems I think I've ever done. It's like a sound. It's like a knocking sound. It's like a beat. So you hear like. Like satisfying. It was like oddly satisfying, and that was really cool. That was like my favorite lock system I think I've ever had in a game, period. Just because I like sound, audio, the beats, you know, you just got to sync it up and just match it. But they had this other one that I absolutely hate. Now, mind you, I've never played Wordle. I never watched Wordle. I watched someone play Wordle, but I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I'm not a Wordle player. I don't know nothing. So they have this one where you see it here on the screen and you just got to match up the symbols to get to the next line. Because I was stuck and I asked the guy, I said, hey man, can I just skip this? He was like, no, it's just because like if you ever play Wordle, you just got to do. And I'll go, yeah, I never played Wordle. He goes, oh, okay. Well, basically, good luck. So yeah, so I just kind of I really just spammed my way, just kept mashing until I got it done. But the crappy part is between that, if you die or you get caught, if you die or if you get caught and you're doing like a southern mission and you're maybe minutes into that mission, it's going to put you back behind the door. So you have to, it's actually going to put you back. So you have to go and redo this puzzle again, all from the start. And that drove me crazy because I'm like, if you already hate this puzzle and they're making you do it again, if you get caught, I guess it's good and bad because it puts an emphasis on you not getting caught once you get in the door until at least you get to like a checkpoint or something. But I absolutely despise that portion of it just because I don't like puzzles that much, especially those type of puzzles. Another thing is once I got to like the last level, I was in the ship, the cruiser, and like the dog fighting. Now, I don't know if it's because I was on mouse and keyboard, but I've never been a big aerial fighting, dog fighting guy. So because I get motion sick easy. Now, they did a really good job of not having like a motion sick fest, but I was trying to shoot like when I was in battle. But like the transition from like there to like getting on the ship, and like just like you saw in the trailers, that was legit. Now, is it like a loading screen that's been hidden really well? Of course it is, but they do it so fresh and so clean, you don't really even notice. So you go to the ship, boom, 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 next you know, opens up, you get there, it's fantastic. But the actual shooting portion of it, at least on mouse and keyboard, and from what the rep told me, he said when you're playing on a controller, that the aim assist is really strong. Because whenever I was on mouse and keyboard, as you can see, I didn't know. I'm trying to find him, the guy shoots me here, and I'm trying to like whip around. I'm like, where is he? It was wildly annoying to me. But he said on mouse and keyboard the aim assist is really strong, like it's Call of Duty. So if that's the case, it'll be a whole lot of fun, especially you feeling like the haptic feedback whenever you're shooting in the ship. But for me, I was just ready to get the hell out of the ship to get to the next area. And the last area I got to was Kajimi. It was similar to like the big casino area that I left, but of course it was like the snow version. It had like this underground area, and it was cool, but I didn't really get to spend much time there because I had to take like a 20-minute break because I had to go change my baby's diaper. So I was running low on time. So by the time I got back to this area, I didn't really have much to do because it was going to take me to the next story area. So he was like, hey, you got like 5 minutes left. He said if you want to, you could probably go back and do the horse racing one more time because he knew I like the gambling. So, and finally, that was the game, the last game, as you see here, that we ended up winning, and we were celebrating. And at the end, he told me, he said, I do a lot of these. He said, you're the first one that actually talked to me. And maybe because I was depressed that day, I was already emotional, but that made me feel good. So that has nothing to do with the game. That's just me saying, to that guy, thank you so much, man, dog. I appreciate that because that made me feel better. Overall, Star Wars Outlaws is way better than I could have ever imagined. And like I said in the beginning, now I don't know what the final product is going to be, but if it's anything like I played, then this is going to be a very, very good video game. And in 2024, with all the video game controversies and BS and all the crazy crap that's going on when this goes on in every game, that's one of the best compliments I can give a game in 2024, that it made me feel good. And I enjoyed my time and I wanted to play more immediately.